All right, we've connected the fretboard with a one chord across the fretboard: C major seven, C major nine, C major six, and so on. And now what we want to do is do the same thing with a five chord, right? Always thinking in terms of five different regions on the fretboard. Now, if I play a C major scale, the one chord is C major, obviously. And the five chord is one, two, three, four, five. It's going to be a G, and specifically a G7 chord. It's a four note chord. That is the chord that we want to look at today, and how that chord will connect to its one chord, namely the C major 7 chord. As an example, G7 to a C major 7. All right. Now, if I take the C major scale, right, and I play the C major scale, and I play the C chord, that's called a C major scale, or an Ionian mode. But if I play that exact same scale with the exact same notes from the fifth degree of the scale, or G, right? Same scale, same notes. I'm playing a Mixolydian mode, right? So no longer C major. Now, if I start that same scale from G, there's my flat 7, right? So I have a mix, and then okay. So that's a Mixolydian mode, and the only so I'm just starting it on the fifth degree of in this case a C major scale, giving me a G Mixolydian mode. All right. So let's just take a look at some chords across the fretboard. Here is a nice voicing of a G7. A little dense. If I want to open it up a little bit, I just put the B in the bottom. Okay, or I could do this, something simple. And now we want to just resolve that to a C major 7, right? Right? So that's just an open position. Okay, and then the next G7. And then if you want to play the related scale, right? Resolving to the 1. G7, resolving to C major. And then G7. Let's do this one here. Yeah, let's do this one. Resolving to C major 7. Very passive resolution. G7. Always putting the scale underneath. Right. Or you could play that chord, take this note here and put it down on the bottom. And you could resolve to here. G7 to here. Okay, and then G7. G7. could go to G. Well, we'll try some other ones later. Let's just move up the fretboard, G7, and then C major, G13 or G9, G13, G13, 6/9. Okay, let's add one more. This G13 is important, and here we have the seventh in the lowest voice, the flat 7 in the lowest voice, flat 7 3 13, and root on top, and then resolution. Pretty simple resolution. So 13, 13, 9, 1, 6, 9, G7, G9, major 7, G9, and 6, 9, G7, right, and G7, G7 to a 6, G7, and then G13, all right, so those are some important G7 chord sounds, dominant chord sounds. Also remember this, that whenever you have a dominant 7th chord sound, a dominant 7th chord, you can approach it from a semitone up. That gives you like a whole whack of new interesting possibilities. All right, but that should give you some decent voicings of 5 chords, and each one of those 5 chords is going to lead to a 1 chord. This is an excellent gold standard way of practicing. And underneath each one of the 5 chords, if you take that C major scale that if you of course know, and you start it on a G, it becomes a mixolydian mode, right? And so you can use that as a way to express that dominant 7th chord. With the 1 chord, with the C major 7 chord, use the Ionian mode or the major scale, keeping it simple, right? Always look for 5 regions on the fretboard. Region 1, region 2, region 3, region 4, and region 5 before you get up to the baby fretboard, on the upper octave. Okay, that's it for today, and I'm putting away my Vic, and I think that's good. That's good stuff to practice if you want to start getting a real grip on how chords and scales and all fit together. Okay, like, subscribe, and please do. And comment. I would really appreciate comments, because as I've said before in many videos, I'm just looking at a camera. I don't know if anyone is out there like looking back. And so let me know that you're there. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we'll see you real soon.